So, do you ever play a game as a kid, think it's mid, have the console sold, and then not be able to play the game for years? Play it again as a teenager and think, yeah, it's still mid? Yeah, that's Super Monkey Ball Banana Splits for me. As you could probably guess from that intro, this is the only Super Monkey Ball game I had as a child. The reason for it is that when I first played Sega All-Stars Racing, that was the game that introduced me to all these Sega characters. So obviously I wanted to play the games that they were from. Now I had an at-games handheld thing, and that's why I played games like Alex Kidd, Sonic 3, and Knuckles initially. Or just Sonic and Knuckles. But Monkey Ball, my brother had a PlayStation Vita and a copy of this game. If I remember correctly, we got it from Blockbuster actually, before they shut down. But that's like a very, very hazy memory of mine. So for all I know, he just randomly had this game, and I played it. I got to about the second level in Advanced, couldn't play it, couldn't beat the level, and then gave up. And that was basically my experience with this game as a kid, because shortly after, my brother sold his Vita, because he didn't want to play it anymore. And for years, I just couldn't play this game, and I guess wasn't bothered to play any other Monkey Ball game, so I could get my hands on consoles I actually had. So for years, I never really played Monkey Ball. That was until in 2019 when I broke my leg, and then I got into Monkey Ball. Or did I get into Monkey Ball before I broke my leg? I don't remember. But I got into Monkey Ball in 2019. I played a bunch of the games, and eventually I wanted to play this one again. And eventually I did get to play this one again, and I got a Vita again. And guess what? I still hate it. Yeah, some people say that this game is a return to form for the Monkey Ball series. It's actually one of the better ones. I disagree. It's a return to form in the fact that, you get a traditional beginner, advanced, expert sort of challenge mode like this. But that's basically it. You want to know what beginner contains? I'll tell you what beginner contains. Also, this game has a weird art style. It's a mix of, a bunch of random art styles, like cardboard, and there's, an inflatable world for some reason. It's really weird. Anyway, this is beginner mode. It's literally just a compilation of early stages from the past Monkey Ball games. Fans playing this back in 2012 when this came out probably looked at this and said, oh boy. They're doing more rehashes of content, and now there's fucking Banana Blitz stages! Fuck! Yeah, this is a terrible first impression. The mode that they intend you to play first. And it's a terrible impression of the game if you're already a Monkey Ball fan. You already know these stages. But then again, if you're already a Monkey Ball fan, why are you playing beginner? You're probably playing advanced. Like I did as a kid. As someone who was new to Monkey Ball, I just jumped straight to Advance, if I remember correctly. I got stuck. But don't worry, we'll get to Advance eventually. And you know what's funny? When I would look up footage of Monkey Ball 1 on YouTube, this is a stage I really wanted to play, because it was like a race course. And I thought the Monkey Race minigame looked really cool. I still never played Monkey Ball 1 as a kid, despite the fact I had a backwards compatible Wii. Whatever. Now I think the minigames are some of the most boring parts of the game that don't really serve anything substantial to me whatsoever outside of multiplayer sessions. But anyway, back to this game. So there's nothing really fundamentally wrong with it, especially in these beginning stages, because again, they are just from the past game. Supersonic Monkey apparently earned a trophy. So these beginning stages are ultimately fine. If you're familiar with them, it's a lazy rehash of content. If you're not, it's a good introductory. But let me show you where shit hits the fan. So, you know how in the past games, Advanced would be, pretty difficult, but still, the level design would be fair for the most part, and actually fun for the most part, aside from a couple bad stages? Check out Advanced in this fucking game. Normal. Let's play some normal. Yeah, there's actually more difficulties in this game for some reason. I guess they wanted to be an expanded version of the classic games. I guess you could consider this a Monkey Ball 3, actually. But I don't want to consider it that because it's lame. And yet, these are exactly the stages that I got stuck on, and I still hate them now. These PlayStation symbol-ass stages. This was very simple, just avoid going in the hole like I did because I'm a fucking idiot. Just stay at the edge and you'll win. It's a pretty simple stage that gets you introduced to advance. Just like how the first game had a simple stage at the beginning of each difficulty. Well, except Master, I guess, but that was a secret one, so why would it have an introductory type stage? But hold on, we're getting to the bullshit. Just you fucking wait. This level also isn't that bad. In fact, the level design actually isn't that bad. It's more so the game just feels off. Like, controlling the first few games, they control really smooth, and even today I can pick them up and have a good time, always. But this, I don't know how to describe it. There's just something off about it. Like, I'm falling off the edge a lot more than I would if I had the normal game's controls. So, I really do think it's this game's controls being just ever so slightly off. And I don't get why. Like, you're seeing the footage, right? You get what I mean? It's like, you try to turn, and it takes a little bit to get momentum. And you also kind of slide along. It's more slippery. That's the main issue, really. The level design actually isn't that bad, I'm realizing. It's just the main issue is that the game controls like shit. That's the main issue. It's really slippery and slidey compared to the earlier games. It's something you would only notice if you played the earlier games, to be fair. Like, as a kid, I didn't notice how slippery it was. I thought I was just bad. But, no, it actually controls like poo-poo. Like, how do you fuck up something as basic as Super Monkey Ball controls? How do you fuck that up? Even Banana Blitz controlled better, even when you were using a Wii remote. Fucking Step and Roll control better. What the fuck? What is this game's issue? Why does it feel like this to control? It brings down the entire game because now I'm constantly fighting the fucking controls to try to stay on the level. And that's not what you want in a fucking Super Monkey Ball game. Especially one trying to emulate the difficulty of the classic games like this. Ugh. So these are your standard Monkey Ball modes. Edit. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. So new to this game is the custom stage feature. Now you think, oh, making your own Monkey Ball levels, that's really fucking cool. It's really not fucking cool. You take a picture of some random shit. You weren't meant to see that. You take a picture of some random shit, hit create stage button, and then fucking shake the Vita system like a goddamn Wii remote. Shake harder, apparently. And then, watch. It's getting some long times. It takes that random ass picture you took and turns it into a random ass stage. I guess the stages try to look like what the picture was, but that ends up just making them a random mess of platforms with no cohesion whatsoever, and you still have the slippery controls of this game. Like, how do you fuck up a concept as cool as a fucking stage builder? Smash Bros. did stage builders better, and the only stage builder that had was Brawls at the time. And yep, that's the entire thing. You take a picture, shake your fucking Vita like a madman, and then play some bullshit stage generated from that image. It is the most bare bones, pointless excuse for a level creator you could ever think of. It was basically there just so they could advertise it technically as a level creator. But that's really it. You don't create a level. You shake a picture around. I can do that without this game, thank you. This game feels like it was trying to be something. It was trying to be like the classics. But every single step, it just fucked up in some way. The controls are slippery. It adds shit that barely has anything to do with classic Monkey Ball. It just sucks. And overall, it's like the old games, but worse in every way. Does this one even have mini games? Hold on, does this even have mini games? I think these are the mini games, right? Yeah, these are the mini games. I thought for a second this game didn't even have fucking mini games. Oh, by the way, most of the playable characters are only playable in the mini games for some goddamn reason. And the mini games themselves, what the fuck is a monkey bingo? Yeah, they're the standard ones from the classic games mixed with some random shit, usually using the Vita's touchscreen and other gimmicks, because it's a launch window game. It wasn't a launch title, I don't remember. But yeah, Love Maze. Oh, babe, that sounds really fun, doesn't it? Yeah, she's a Myron now. We're gonna get some hard on tonight. Check out. Let's check out Number Ball. See whatever the fuck this is. Some whack ass minigames. Oh, you have to hold the Vita like a smartphone for this one. See, it is just this game. This game is like a fusion of DNA between the classic games and the Wii ones that used gimmicks really hard. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, an adaptation of a minigame from Banana Blitz. So it's just like a mix of the classic game to Banana Blitz. Put that in one shitty package. Put an original mode that makes no fucking sense. And yet Banana Splits. It's not a bad game. It just doesn't make sense to exist, honestly. And that's my ultimate takeaway. If they'd improved the controls, if they improved the level builder, not add all this Banana Blitz ass shit, it would have been a very good game and a nice return to the classic formula. But no, instead they had to add all this shit and just make it worse. And that's my final takeaway from this game, really. And unfortunately, this was the final original console Monkey Ball game before they just did remakes. And what was the first game they remade? Banana Blitz. Are you fucking kidding me?